Looks like our runners are off now. What's in that first chest? Just a little bit of love.
A little bit of love. No flags on that play.
It looks like both are also going to go up and pay Uncle a visit. Make sure he's all right. I'm sure he's just sleeping, right?
Yeah, he's just taking a nap. He went for a nightcap.
Oh, 4 big 20s out of that tree pull there. That'll be a lot of early money for Gemini there.
Yeah, Carnath decided not to go for the tree pull, just opting to go straight in for items.
Yeah.
Big key for Eastern Palace right up front.
Opens up another chest right now. We'll see if we can find the bow soon.
Big key for Tower of Hera at Sanctuary. Wow. Two easy, quick ones.
And more importantly, it reduces the chance that Hera is going to be a double dip for our runners.
That is true. They can, once they get in there, they can complete it. We'll see if they get the small key though before their first entry. Wow, just big 20s dropping left and right there for Gemini.
And also Gemini getting a pull for the bombs as well. That would be that tier 2 pull.
Yeah, that's going to put him in an advantage. He can do the checks over in the well and Thieves Town without spending any of his rupees. Alright, just a shield and Lumberjack Cave. Agon not required as of yet.
I suspect that Gemini's setting up another tree pull as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to check his tier 3 there. We got half magic already. Wow. Wow, and Mirror right off the bat, right in Lost Woods.
Once we get some Dark World access, that'll definitely open up some extra places to check.
Yeah, if they get mitts, that'll make routing in the Smith and Gary's chest real easy for them.
There we go. Gemini getting even more bombs from the tree pull there.
And Carnath going for the back of the tavern. Alright, good. 50 rupee drop. That means he can buy some bombs to check the back and also cash in with the bottle vendor. Of course, Gemini doesn't have to worry about that. He has plenty of bombs to clear Kakariko and cash in at the bottle vendor.
Oh, and there's our lantern. We won't be doing dark rooms this run.
Oh, that's always good to see. Nice early. No have to worry about that.
And a life lesson from the bottle vendor there. They're only getting a 20 for that 100.
We got 300. We got a cape in the well so far. And the power glove.
It's so good.
And the book. Wow. The early book will be very interested to see if anyone decides to check pedestal while they're up here.
Also, more importantly, along with those power gloves and the lantern, that opens up desert to be completable.
That is true. That is true. They don't have boots, so they would be leaving one item behind, and don't have any weapons just yet. But yeah, they definitely can head in there. But yeah, that looks that also with glove, lamp, and mirror and the big key to Tower of Hera. That's a clear right there as well.
Yeah. I suppose using bombs to kill Lamos, not the easiest thing in the world.
Not at all. It is possible, though. It is very hard. I didn't see what was on library.
I missed it too. I'm suspecting we're gonna see it in Carnath's side here in just a second.
Just arrows.
Yeah, and also an arrow upgrade at the race game. They're not going to be going for that. But it looks like Carnath is going to go ahead and do race game blind. I don't blame him at all, especially in Keysanity. There's just so many more early items that you need to have.
Yeah,
but generally, it's a good call mathematically.
Mm-hmm. And Gemini going for the back of escape.
The TR small key back there. One of a minimum of 3 that we need in order to finish Turtle Rock. Four if we full clear it. Just a big heart there in the well. Or in the dam, I should say. And a very soggy rupee.
Lots of big 20s coming up early.
Yeah.
But both our runners making the same south high roll check. Very good play to make earlies. There are a lot of things you can grab here. So he's gonna have to go with bomb strats in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that Gemini now also has money for Zora.
That is true, yeah.
And it would be within logic at this time.
It would, and with those tree pulls, definitely got over 500 no problem. Carnath didn't make the tree pull, so he's just a little bit short. Alright, we got a Castle Tower small key, Ganon Tower small key, heart and bomb upgrade.
Especially with getting the caper early, once that's small, as long as they can kill the first 2 rooms, they can go and claim that first item. And that second item now, with that lantern, it would be within logic. But without a weapon, that'll be kind of a pain.
Oh, and Carnath taking a death there. That's very difficult to navigate that bottom corner. The crabs are just the worst. They hit like a truck.
Yeah, like 2 hearts of damage, which is kind of disproportional for it really being a early game location, but
and Carnath opting to skip Ice Rod Cave, which pays off in his favor. It's only 5 rupees.
Alright, looks like Gemini might be going to Death Mountain here.
Yep, I think he's got the right idea there. The logic's pointing him in that direction.
He'll at least be able to enter Hera, but without a sword or a hammer to kill Moldworm, they won't be able to finish it quite yet. Well, there's our sword.
The old man giving up his only weapon.
He'll be fine in that cave. Nobody will find him there. But more importantly, that does make Hera completable now.
Yep, it absolutely does. We don't know if it is a pendant or a crystal just yet, but it's such a quick dungeon to clear that shouldn't be too much time lost.
Yeah, if he finds that small key, he'll have to come back later, but...
Carnath's going for Agnes Cave. Ooh, finding hammer in Agnes Cave.
Yeah, Agnes has been holding out on us there. I suspect, though, that Gemini is probably going to be making a play that area fairly soon, especially now that he has that sword.
Yeah, very interesting check, because if Gemini had gone to Agnes, he'd have hammer, which would let him check the right side of Death Mountain. So when Carnath goes up there, he'll be able to make that check and route it in all together. Alright, Meyer small key in the first floor of Hera there, or rather the second floor.
And logically, we need 3 keys in order to finish it, but in reality, you don't need any. But it's still nice to have one because it really helps with some of the routing in there when you have to clear that dungeon out later. Oh, and a big key.
Big key in there. Did we see what was on Desert Ledge?
It was just some bombs.
Okay. Hookshot in Hera. Love the alliteration.
Well, it looks like he'll be able to explore the rest of Death Mountain now.
Yeah, you won't have any problems. You can hop back down and take a look. Meanwhile, Gemini going in for his Trolldom fight. Busting out some cape strats. And taking him down without a fall. Well done. Take a look at what he has. Moon Pearl.
That's big.
That's big, and a crystal.
It's our first Gemini scoring our first crystal of this match.
And only under 15 minutes. It's a very good time.
Well, Ice Palace being the first crystal dream is dead, I suppose. Another Misery Mire small key for Carnath. And we're also going to learn pretty soon what the Paradox Cave is holding for us.
Ooh, there's your Ice Palace big key. And Gemini taking the stairs up to go down.
And the Thieves Town big key also on Gemini's side.
Grouped up.
Yeah, once he's able to find that hammer, you could be right, Tim. He may go and pay Thieves Town a visit.
He very well could. He has the ability to. Or once he picks up hammer, he'll be able to get in there. It looks like we missed flippers in Zelda's chest. Over on Carnath's screen.
And it looks like I saw a small key there on the island.
Oh, it's always those items, the small key on the floating island and the big key on the desert torch. Always have in the back of your mind, like, what is it? What's it gonna be? Am I gonna need it?
I mean, that could be your swap small key. It could also be a Misery Mire small key.
Also, looks like between our two runners, we have Swamp Palace access to that first chest, at least.
Yeah, that would be great. Also, Gemini finding the legendary Shovel of Dreams.
Oh, Shovel.
It was like Gemini is gonna go into Hyrule Castle and be happy with what he finds in Zelda's chest.
Yeah, he's probably wondering with Lamp if the play was to check the back there.
It makes sense. He has
Yeah,
the mirror, so he'll be able to get
it's
out
a
of
quick
here
warp out.
Like Carnath is finally going to go ahead and get the Ice Rod Cave that he skipped earlier. It's nice to do just to get it out of your head.
Yeah, Gemini warping out. Gonna check that basement, get his flippers. Let's see, Carnath most likely gonna go up to Zora, grab the waterfall chests, and then see what's over on the ledge. And from Mr. Zora. Yeah, so far on Gemini's screen, he's looking for that hammer that's going to give him the Dark World access through North Kakariko. Carnath's still looking for the Moon Pearl that's up on Moldorm, so at some point you gotta think he's going to go up there to look.
Well, he is going to start running out of options soon.
Yeah, he's following the logic. He got flippers, so this is a smart play to check all the places that are open to you now.
Oh, and a map on the Zora ledge.
Ooh, that's always that's like a 50-50 whether or not you take it. Some people prefer the information, others will skip it.
At least, it really depends on how early in the game you are. And it looks like he is going to skip it.
Yeah, Mr. Zora, proven that you can buy love.
Oh, and I think Gemini is going to make that play to Aghanim's tower.
Ooh, that's not bad.
There's a couple.
I can see why he would go there with the cape.
Yeah, and he has a small key, so there's 2 chests in here that he can check.
Meanwhile, Carnath going over to Sasharala. Gonna find out what the green pendant is in just a sec. It's Desert Palace. Okay.
And a sword upgrade on Gemini's side. And that was the big key for Dark, right?
Yep. Yeah, that was a Dark Palace. Big key in the back of Sasha. The boss. Carnath going up to Eastern Palace. He's got the big key, so he'll be able to make 5 chest checks in there. But though without Bo, he won't be able to complete it. And Gemini more or less retracing Carnath's steps by doing his flippers check.
Well, there's another castle tower key.
They have both castle tower keys. I'm curious to see if he thinks Aghanim's the play, or Aghanim rather. That is such a troll.
I'd say though that he knows that most of Death Mountain is still open, so I don't think he's gonna try Aghanim until he's at least went up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Gemini grabbing his burritos.
Delicious.
Carnath missing the quick pot kills in that room, but did recover real nicely with the hammer.
Yeah, the movement is fairly specific in there with Link, and how the Stalfos spawn.
Yeah, it is absolutely tricky, but he did recover nicely, so that's good.
Yes. That big chest only has some has a big heart in it.
Gemini opting to go for the map. He wants that knowledge. He wants to know where all his crystals and pendants are.
That's useful to know. I suspect we're going to see a map check out of one of our runners once they make their way into the Dark World for the first time.
Yeah, they got a lot of maps in there, so it'll be good to see. Keeping an eye out for it.
Sometimes I'll forego map checking.
Yeah, especially early on, if you don't have too many maps, you're just checking what you need to. Okay, another Palace of Darkness small key, and Carnath's going to warp out of, safe quit out of Eastern Palace.
So right now, without the bow, we need at least all 6 of the small keys in order to finish pod, along with that big key. That gets reduced by 1 if we can find that the bow, because then we can skip a door, and then if you know hammer up, then it's only 4 that we need. The logic will require all 6 though.
Yeah, that is true. Knowing hammer jump can eliminate the need for an additional key, but the logic will require you to have 6 to get to Helmasaur. And Carnath going up to Death Mountain, so he's gonna grab his sword and hopefully get his hook shot and Moon Pearl in here. It'll be very interesting to see when Carnath finishes up Tower of Hera compared to when Gemini gets down to Agnes Cave. That's the beauty of Keysanity is you see that Gemini has completed a dungeon already, and you may think that gives him a lead, but in actuality, there's still items these runners both need, so they're a lot closer than it may seem.
Yeah, and it's really hard to even tell like who has a lead until you're actually in go mode.
Yeah, that's the only time you can safely say that one person has a lead over the other.
And Gemini pulling off the Stalfos room really well.
And just a little love on that Ether tablet. I missed it over on Gemini's screen, but Carnath just made the check. And Gemini looking to check the shovel spot.
All right, everybody get your shovel hype ready.
Come on, shovel spot. What do you got for me? Oh, just a little love. A little dirty love. While Carnath picks up his hook shot.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet right now. It looks like Gemini is finally getting put on the right track here.
There's only so many places left for him to check. So he's
Exactly.
looks like he's heading over to Desert right as Carnath is going in for Moldorm. This is very, very close. Oh, and Carnath taking a fall there on Moldorm. He
And
does only have one heart left, yeah.
Yeah, on the way up, if you do hit that crystal switch, those pots become available to you. Especially if you're fighting them early. Sometimes it's a good idea just to hit that switch. Takes like a second, but...
Yeah, no shame. Sometimes you're going to need that. But he's going for cave strats, so shouldn't have a problem here with half magic. And Gemini picked up his hammer, so he's going to take a look into desert while he's here, see if there's anything useful for him.
So that makes Gemini our first player with Dark World access, with Carnath following just now as well.
Yep, just a few seconds behind, and he's already made that check, so Carnath looks like he's going to head right over to Dark World as soon as he gets out of this animation. Or he may actually go over to check the right side of Death Mountain while he's here.
It's what I would do, especially with that hammer where he can go top down. It's
it's
a faster.
Yeah, it's a lot cleaner if you have the ability to start with Spiral Cave, then go down to Paradox.
Gemini also seeing that big key there on the torch in desert.
And at just about the same time that Carnath sees the small key over on a floating island.
Carnath finding the shovel of dead dreams.
Gemini first one into Dark World.
Looks like we're getting ourselves a hype cave check.
So far, 2 big 20s, a small key to Ganon's Tower, blue mail, and 300 rupees.
The blue mail's kind of nice. I'll call it meh cave.
Yeah, definitely not a super bust cave or anything.
Gemini skipping the check on the bomb vendor there.
Yeah, that'll give you the knowledge of the 5 and 6 crystals, which can be useful, but Gemini skipping it.
He may come back later.
He's got a few maps, so he may be able to see that information when he makes his map check. He's going to take a look at Cave 45. Just some blueberries sitting in a cave. And by going this way, Gemini is going to block himself without mitts from having the ability to go up into Thieves Town. He's going to have to get out of here and go back through North Kakariko.
It's not a bad route to go, though, because you can get the digging game out of the way. So then when you drag the purple chest down this way, if you have to later, it's not as big of a deal. Because you can't have the purple chest and do the digging game at the same time. So
I'm getting silvers out of the digging game.
not terribly useful until we find that bow, but still nice to have.
Yeah, he's not going to have to worry about any silverless strats. And the thing chat's pointing out right now is Spike Cave is in the logic right now.
I think Gemini's gonna make a. Yeah, he's gonna make a play for Thieves Town. Maybe dip into Skullwoods first, but I probably don't see him doing that when he has Thieves Town fully clearable to him. The only thing is that he can't access that chest in the big key chest yet, because that's still key locked.
Yeah, and he can't get into the back of Skullwoods yet, so without the fire rod. So we'll see if he maybe pops in there for a quick check. Oh, we got one of the red crystals in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna go. In fact, go to Skullwoods. It makes sense. What if you find that Thieves Town small key in there?
Yeah, not a bad check at all. Okay, there's another key to Dark Palace in Skull Woods.
And a French vanilla small key for Skullwoods as well. Yeah, the Gibdos in this room can really be a pain to work with. Getting a stun on them really makes this room a lot easier.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Gemini went for there, and no problem there. It just seems like there's a lot of cash in Skull Woods this time around. So he's gonna nope on out of there and head down to Thieves Town.
First, we could see a North Dark World check.
Oh, they do have access to the Bumper Cave. And just some bombs.
We could see a Graveyard Ledge check, though.
Yeah, now is a good time to route that in.
I mean, without the boots, you won't be able to check King's Tomb, but...
Yeah, and this cemetery in the Dark World looks like it's impassable, but using the exact routing that Gemini did, he's able to get back there without needing mitts or boots. Carnath going straight for Thieves Town, so we're going to see him check it before Gemini gets back there. Picking up another small key to Misery Mire.
Yeah, that puts Misery Mire in the logic key, small key wise. Still a lot more items we need, but... And speaking of Misery Mire, there's that map as well.
Gemini starting from the other end, he's going to check Sea House. Oh, and Mire is going to be Pendant 2. or crystal 2 rather. And then Carnath going into Thieves Town with the big key of Thieves Town, and he's able to get into the back, but he won't be able to check the big chest there. He doesn't have the small key to get into that room.
And also Karna finding that that legendary small key for Hyrule Castle that we won't need.
Perhaps the most useless key. Yeah, another small key to Ganon's. Carnath doing a good job of getting up through that hellway in Thieves Town.
Yeah, without boots, that's a lot more difficult to navigate.
Yeah, that was a very good job not taking much damage in there. And both these runners going through Thieves Town at the moment. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, go ahead and give them a follow. They're both doing very good jobs here.
Now, as you're joining us, shout outs to our tracker, Rectador. Excuse me. There's a lot to keep track of, so he's doing a pretty good job at it too.
Yep, Carnath about to go make that check, realizing he doesn't have a small key, so that's going to be one chest he can't check. He's going to have to come back to it if he wants to see what's in there.
And more importantly, it's going to burn in the back of the minds of our two runners, especially when they find that small key.
Oh, absolutely. It's knowing that there's this loose thread hanging, you know, it is always something to think about. Let's see what Blind's got for us. Broken pencils are pointless.
Oh, Blind in your puns.
And Carnath, with that cape strat, not having an issue with Blind there, and picking up a heart and a crystal. Gemini right behind him.
And blind has a set pattern if you set it up, if you enter the room like the first time. So if you can learn that, then blind's not too bad.
Yeah, there is a scripted way to do the fight to make it play out pretty much the same way every time, but you know, one small frame of difference can turn that fight into a hassle. But neither runner there having an issue taking care of blind.
And Carnath getting mugged by the bunny there. That guy can be a pain to deal with.
Yeah, not cool, bunny guy. Come on, leave
I
him
know.
alone.
So, Gemini, is he gonna make a pod play?
Yeah, it looks like it with big key and two small keys. Does have a few chests open to him in the front. Yeah, looking at our runner's items, looks like our next progression item should be mitts. That'll open up another nice hefty chunk of map for them. Or it could be a small key to Swamp Palace. That could work out for them too.
Sahashala could have the mitts. Would be a good time.
That's very true. He could. We could see big key to Desert Palace. Oh, big key to Ganon's Tower. First chest of pod. That's right in the way, so no worries having to pick that up.
If you guess chest 56, you are our winner today. Actually, I don't know what the number is.
Now Gemini, with that one key left for pod, can either check that vanilla big key location, or more likely he's going to go in the back there and try to grab either the big key chest or the harmless Hellway chest. Oh, we got Bombos there.
We'll soon see if that's required or not.
Bombos could be required to get into Ice Palace. Oh, there's a big key to Swamp.
And there's our small
and a
key.
small key. All right. All right, game. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. All right. Now the question then becomes, what does Swamp have that our runners may want? It looks like Gemini is going to try that hammer yump. And it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, I think he's got it here. Yeah, first try. Good job, Gemini. That's a very difficult trick to learn.
All right, Carnath's side, he's incredibly low on health here. He has to be careful.
Yeah, good dance moves, though, getting away from them.
Yeah.
Gemini grabbing the first bottle, blue potion.
And that would be our first bottle of the game as well. So that opens up Sick Kid. But I'm suspecting Gemini is making a beeline to swamp.
Yeah, you definitely
There's a
want to
lot
route
of-
in any crystals that you can clear immediately.
There's like just so much equipment in there to find that there's so many chests, and we still have a lot of equipment we need to find. So
Yeah, and not having to double dip swamp is a plus, so he doesn't have to worry about ever coming back once he's done it.
I think first though we're gonna get ourselves a Bombos tablet check.
Very smart. It can be difficult to route in, so this is a good time to do it. And today, the mitts! Oh my goodness.
What a find! That
Wow.
blows this game wide open.
The play. Wonderful.
I don't think we're going to see our swamp check anytime soon now.
Yeah, that changes things. We got the other red crystal is in Skullwoods. I think he's still gonna do swamp though. It's right here. It's completable and it's a crystal, so no reason not to.
It's a good call mathematically, I'd say.
And now Ice Palace is on the table with the mitts and bombos.
We're getting a catfish check over here on Carnath's side.
Oh,
And
awesome.
there's our third sword upgrade.
And the bow in the first chest of swamp.
What a trolley location for that.
Oh, that just blows things wide open for him. Now the options are just out of control. I mean, he doesn't have all the keys to pod yet, but he can clear Eastern now. this is crazy.
I suppose it's not over till a fat lady sings, but Gemini does have a big advantage right now.
That is true. He could get both red crystals and have a visit to the Fat Fairy.
We'll see what Pyramid has in store. And just a pizza. Nothing special there. So he's gonna grab it anyway.
Yeah, it help. Yeah, Turtle Rock Compass, not bad. It helps you keep track of everything, so it's not a bad pickup.
Gemini finally learning where the boss for Eastern Palace sits at.
Yeah, Carnath walked right by Pod. Didn't dip into that. Oh, but I think he's gonna make a swamp play now.
Oh, he'll find his bow at least.
Not bad at all. He can pick up that bow and see if Eastern Palace pays off in any way. That may also point him towards Pod.
Yeah, and that also helps him out because that's one less key he has to use inside pod.
Yeah, that is true. He can do the right side check.
And V27, this chest had a much larger chance of being the Swamp Palace small key. But in 28, they mixed around they finally shuffled that up and made sure that that could contain a progression item too.
Okay, we got Kane O'Brien on the left side of Swamp.
Best cane besides Red Cane.
Okay, and a map again is Tower in the back, the left side, so not completely necessary, but you're not going to see these runners skip any chests if they can check them. They still have items to look for.
Exactly.
And Carnath heading over to the right, to the east side of Dark World Hyrule, so I think he's going to make his pod play. He's going to hopefully make the right call because he's only got 2 keys, so if he blows it on that first, if he tries to go into big key vanilla chest, then he may have some trouble. And Carnath going into Eastern, so he's going to grab either the pendant or the crystal out of here.
It's a good call routing them both together.
Yeah, this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, with only the Master Sword, these puff things, I don't know what they're called on Argus, take 2 swipes. Tempered Sword really speeds this up.
Yeah, sometimes it's not too bad if you have Hammer to just opt to go for the flipbook style kill with this one. But Master Sword works just as well. 2 swipes aren't too bad. And he's got silver arrows, so should be quick.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably faster than menuing.
Oh, nice shot. Boxed him in the corner and got him.
And a baby shield for his trouble.
Aw, so cute.
Exactly. Whereas on Carnath's side here, we're going to get a first look at what Armos has in store for him. With those silver arrows, they're going to be able to make some quick work of this boss. And a dollar bill.
1 rupee. And a crystal, though.
Oh, and that's good knowledge to have.
Yeah, nothing worse than the Armos kill 1 rupee into blue pendant. Okay, so we know the locations of 6 crystals. We're just missing 1, so be very interested to see where that one turns up. Could be in ice, could be in mire, not mire, could be in turtle rock, or it could be in pod. And Gemini went up to Death Mountain, so he's making the Super Bunny Cave check. And most likely Hookshot Cave after that, and the Turtle Rock Medallion check. And finding a small key for Ice Palace.
It'll be our first one I think we found this game.
Mm-hmm.
Not terribly useful, but still nice to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to see here pretty fast what TR is. And I saw either.
Alright, now we're on the hunt for Ether in case Turtle Rock is required. We don't know yet, though. We do have 2 small keys to it. And there's Fire Rod, right side, bow locked.
That puts Mothula on the table now, and a blue potion in Hookshot Cave. That'll be bottle number 2 for this game.
And an additional key to Dark Palace was in that Hookshot Cave.
And Gemini is also going to find out what that key was on the floating island.
Ooh. That small key to Thieves Town.
Well, Gemini, go for it.
Like you're talking about, now it's put into his head.
Carnath finding that small key for Swamp Palace.
And while Gemini's up here, he's going to take a look at Spike Cave.
A shield upgrade.
Alright, Fire Shield's not a bad thing to have. Carnath is going into the maze.
I think we're going to have an Ice Palace play.
Yeah, it looks like where Gemini's going. He's got that Bombos tablet, so he knows it's in logic.
And we have that big key as well, so he'll be able to check the chest, the big chest. Now, did Carnath, did he hammer you up to get over there, or did he burn a small key?
He burned his small key.
Okay.
Oh, there's the small key to Desert Palace right in the first chest of Ice Palace. That opens up 2 chests on the right side. And Carnath's going straight for Swamp Palace after picking up that small key.
And Gemini is going to go and do the Ice Palace bomb jump here.
Getting it first try. No pedestal checks yet, though. I'm wondering if we still have a potential of hype there, but looks unlikely.
Yeah, until if Turtle Rock is a pendant, because we don't quite know if that's the case not or yet. So on Karn's side, he's going to be able to finish up Swamp Palace here and get himself one of the 5/6 crystals.
Yeah, we're gonna want to see if Carnath checks that Bombos tablet if he remembers it's out there. That's gonna give him his mitts. And Gemini picking up Red Mail in Ice Palace. It's gonna be very good safety to have. And then Magic Powder opens up the bat.
Yep. Looks like we just have one more chest up here in Ice Palace, and then it'll be Cold Stare time, right?
Yeah, it looks to be it. He made the 3 chests. He's checked the big key, the big chest, and the stout freezer room.
All right, now he's gonna head back and clean up Cold Stare. Still don't know if this is a crystal or a pendant.
Yeah, he's gonna go in blind and hope for the best here.
So you think he'll? Yep, he's gonna do some hammer strats. Get him in the corner. Try to at least.
Oh, he got blocked by that falling ice cube, though.
Yeah, that could be really tricky to pull off.
Yeah, it's very tricky. With Red Mail, though, it kind of helps him from taking the full force of damage. Though if he needs to, he can always hug the top of the north wall, and that'll prevent him from getting any damage from falling ice.
He also has a blue potion, so and cape. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, and doing it with 1 heart left. Good job. And let's see what he gets here. Just a piece of heart. And it's a crystal. 7th crystal.
All right. So that leaves Pod and Turtle Rock as our pendants, right?
Yeah, that is true. So, provided that, yeah, that is true. They're still looking for Cana Samaria, which they need for Mire completion. And Gemini's still looking for Fire Rod, which is going to help him finish out Skull Woods. So he does need to go back into Pod to pick that up. And we are still looking for Flute as well. That's going to give us Mire access. So we're not, it's not in go mode just yet. Though it is not above Keysanity to put something in a pendant dungeon, just to mess with you.
Yep. Or put stuff along the way, like give you all the stuff that you need to clear out a pendant dungeon, and it not be required actually.
Yep.
But
absolutely.
lure you there.
There's our wavy coin, Quake, over with the sick kid. Still not known if that's required, but we don't know what the pendant is for Mire, or the medallion for Mire.
Looks like we're also going to need a blacksmith check. Probably also take out the pegs and do Batcave at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good time to do that. Probably see him try to clear up some overworld locations that he's got lingering around while he's still on the hunt for items. Carnath taking care of Argus, picking up his Fisher Price shield and his crystal. With his 4th crystal at the moment.
And I missed what the blacksmith had.
Oh yeah, I missed that. I was counting Carnath's crystals. Let's see.
I'm guessing
that was
chat
a
here.
red ring.
All right.
Carnath making the play. He's doing it.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh.
I think that's a Twizzly stick, shaped like a cane, red colored.
I think that has to be. That has to be Kane.
Karna finally finding his mitts.
By God, those are mitts.
And Hammer Peg Cave was a bust. Now we're still missing the Desert Palace small key, so Sahashalok isn't quite on the table yet. But does he realize that?
I don't know.
Yeah. He's gonna get to the end here and be very disappointed.
Yeah, I don't believe Carnath has the Desert Palace big key.
Yeah. I don't think either of our runners have found it.
I wonder if he's going to maybe try to pick up the small key to check the right side of Desert Palace. I mean, that'd be a risky play, but other than that, he may have forgotten he didn't get Desert Palace Big Key.
And chat's saying something about a flute. I think we might have missed something here.
Oh, we did. We missed the flute.
Where?
I think it was in Gary's chest.
Oh, it must have been in the. Yeah, it was in the purple chest. Wow.
Wow. And he's our first runner to activate the flute. Not a foul play at all.
Oh boy.
And that's actually what Carnath did. He went to grab the small key, and he's gonna check the right side. Interesting play.
I mean, this could pay off. There was still some stuff that we're missing, so.
Yeah, it's true. At this point, I'm not sure. I mean, Misery Mire Big Key. All right, nothing in that first chest. And Gemini's going to check that. Nothing in the right side of Desert. And that was so quick, I couldn't even see that Mire check. May
Yeah, I
have
missed
been
it too.
either, but or it looked like maybe it could have been Bombos.
Oh, there's the ice rod on Gemini's side, and the Mire Shud.
Ooh, if Trinex is holding something.
Oh, there's still hope for trolls in this seed. Don't worry. So far, it's been fairly kind to our runners. I mean, there's been a little bit of running around, but nothing terribly severe. Just where is that Mire Big Key? And at some point, Gemini is going to have to make a trip back to Pod.
Yeah,
as for when that happens, yeah.
That's going to give him the fire rod, but.
Carnathfd is going to go ahead and roast himself a moth.
Yeah, not bad to do at all. It is one of the red crystals, so it'll open up 2 more chests.
So here's the thing: is that Big Key in Desert on that torch? Is that the Mire Big Key?
It could be. It could be Mire Big Key, Turtle Rock Big Key, Skull Woods Big Key.
Yeah.
Could be Desert's Big Key. Could Landmouse be holding something?
Oh, there's a whole lot of coulds in this seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Carnath finding the bug net.
Oh, and Astolfo's dropping a big magic pot. That's great.
That's always a good feeling. I've seen some, he doesn't have either, but either can also really clear out all those Gibdos in there. And also, the Silver Arrows one-shot them too.
Gemini doing his pyramid check. Can be disappointed in just a compass. Well, Carnath dropping into the moth fight.
Doing a good job of keeping Mothwheel under control. Keeping him out of those spikes.
And
down he goes.
Wow, not a problem. Very well done on a very trolly fight. Getting a bottle out of it.
That would be our third bottle
That
between our two runners.
Yep. Grabbing his 5th crystal. Actually, if you go, gives him the crystal lead. And Gemini is going to do a catfish check, so he's going to have tempered, which is going to be a big boost to him.
Looks like Gemini's making the right play. Gonna head back into pod.
Yep, he's going to get pod. He's going to get his fire rod there. While Carnath has his mitt, so he's going to make that check over in the right side, the Super Bunny Cave, the Hookshot Cave.
Looks like according to the tracker, the Meyer medallion was in fact either.
Oh,
So we
the
have a
one
double
they don't have.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And also chat pointing out that a pedestal check on Carnath's side was skipped. It makes sense. It's a pretty low percentage chance that the pedestal's actually going to have something in Keysanity. Just the way it's set up, the logic. May not be worth it for him. And a beautiful Armos kill from Gemini. And that ties up this match 5-5 from Crystals. And now Gemini is going to head back into pod there and then find that fire rod.
And Gemini's making that vanilla big key chest check. Ten arrows, ouch. Opting not to go right side. Wow, so Gemini... Oh, I think he just remembered.
Maybe. Oh,
Yeah,
there
we go. Yep. All right, Gemini. I was starting to get worried. Meanwhile, Carnath grabbing the giant bomb. Gonna see what's in the pyramid today. And we got a heart and big 20. And Gemini's picking up his fire rod.
You'll be happy to see that. Yeah, I suspect he's going to make a beeline to Skull Woods.
Yeah, he's going to make that beeline to Skull Woods. We're still going to be looking for Ether Medallion, though. It could be anywhere. It can't be inside Turtle Rock because it's also blocked by Ether.
I suppose that's a nice thing about both of them being Ether, is it really does reduce the number of places where this thing could be at.
Absolutely. And as someone mentioned in the chat earlier, Ice Palace was especially cruel holding the magic powder, which you needed in order to get Kane, which technically you need in order to complete Ice Palace, if you go according to the way the game designed it. So maybe it is in that Thieves Town chest.
I would certainly go and check it. At least
Yeah,
it'll be out of your head.
Yeah, at this point, they don't have very many places to check. Alright, Gemini dropping into Mothula, see if he gets the good RNG.
Yeah, Tempered Sword is also going to help out quite a bit.
Yeah, actually, it's easier to kill him with Tempered Sword than using Fire Rod. You just got to get close, and he takes him down, no problem.
Gemini picking up his 6th crystal.
Yeah, and as we're approaching an hour and a half into this race, you are watching the Keysanity tournament for Link to the Past on Speed Gaming, running a Keysanity tournament for featuring at least over 200 racers all month long. And Keysanity is a variant of Link to the Past in which small keys, big keys, compasses, and maps are all mixed into the rotation. There are 216 locations to check in the Link to the Past, so anything could be anywhere. And Carnath with not enough health to risk the Ice Palace bomb jump, so he's gonna go through it vanilla style. So this is so Gemini's gonna check the giant bomb. Besides that, we've got the Thievestown big chest. I'm trying to think of where else we have that they haven't looked that their next progression item could be.
I'm trying to think of that too. There isn't a whole lot.
Now, between the two of them, they've been pretty thorough.
Gemini needs to be careful here. I think he has a blue potion, but he doesn't use it.
Oh, Karna taking a death in Ice Palace. And Gemini was gonna go to Meyer, but he did remember he doesn't have it. He's going up, and I believe we may get that Thievestown check. We may get a pedestal check here.
Yeah, the either medallion can't be at pedestal, so it would have to be a big key at this point. It'd be the only stuff that would be required. The pedestal.
Yeah, their next item has to be on this Thievestown chest, which is just a cruel thing to do. Have them go in and then get that one key from the floating island.
Yeah, I redact my statements from earlier about the seed being kind.
Yeah, this is getting cruel. Yeah, I think pedestal checks is looking more unlikely as we go, just because there's just still so many Palace of Darkness keys we need, and access to Turtle Rock in order to get that medallion, and also the big key to Desert Palace. Though we could see Boots coming up here. That would open up the big key in Desert Palace that's on that torch. So about to find out what's in that big chest.
Yep.
Oh, there's Ether.
Yep, just as what was predicted.
It's always fun to try to think of the most fun things it could be, and then it turns out to just be Ether. Throwing him a bone.
Yeah. Yeah, now he's gonna go ahead and pay Meyer a visit.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, Meyer's probably got the boots he needs. Perhaps it could be a vanilla big key for Meyer. Meyer would be the last big key he needs, last crystal. So he's very close to go mode.
I guess the best possible situation for Gemini would be a vanilla big key, or French vanilla at least.
Worst possible would have to be like a Turtle Rock dip.
Yeah, that certainly would be. Could be on the laser bridge. Or Trinex could have it. That'd be bad.
Oh, that would be tough.
At least they have both rods, and they don't have enough keys right now to get that deep into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's going to make these chests in Meyer all the more important to what they hold. It's got 3 keys, so he's going to be able to check everything except for the big chest. Just a bomb upgrade in his first chest. Oh my god, this does put Pedestal back in play. Given, oh, what's a small key? Dark Palace. Okay, all right. He's got 4 for Dark Palace now. But it does put Pod back in, or Pedestal back in play, depending on what keys come out of here. And there's Boots!
What are those?
Oh. The old Ruby Reds. Alright. So we got Boots now. That's going to unlock the ability to get the big key that is on the Desert Torch. We don't know what it is. And it could be Mire, it could be Turtle Rock, it could be Desert Palace.
I'm guessing after Gemini is done here, he's going to make a beeline for that key if he remembers it.
Oh yeah, it's got to be on the back of his mind. Small key to Hera. Hera Basement is open now. I forgot about that.
Alright, even opens up even more locations where this big key could be at.
Oh, as we're entering the 4th quarter of this race, things are definitely heating up in terms of what potential items could be. Small key to Ganon's Tower. He's got 1 more chest he can check.
On a big 20.
Big 20! Oh!
Well,
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now he's hoping that this Desert Palace key that's been haunting him on the torch goes to Mire.
yeah.
But
If
not...
this isn't... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If this isn't Mire, this would be like the worst double dip ever.
Oh god, yes. He's at this point hoping it's Mire. If it's not Mire, we may see some frustration slashes. He's been running around this map.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Turtle Rock.
Oh goodness.
Alright, well you know where our runner needs to go now.
He's probably going to check Hera Basement before he has to dip in the Tower of Hera.
Yeah, that would definitely make sense. This seed. Looks like
the Rando giveth and the Rando taketh away. Oh, he's
yeah,
gonna make... Oh, we still have the King's Tomb.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about those.
Big 20.
Strike 1. There's still Bonk Rocks as well.
That's right.
And the library had nothing, right? I think it was just like arrows or something.
Yeah, it was a bundle of arrows. So now Gemini's hope rests inside these Bonk Rocks. Are the Bonk Rocks going to save him from this Turtle Rock Death Mountain trip?
And the dream is...
Turtle Rock.
It's good that he checked that, though, because he can get further into Turtle Rock now.
Yeah, he can get all the way to the laser bridge.
Oh, could it be on the vanilla big key chest, though?
Gosh, at this point, I would almost want to go out of my way to check Pedestal. Yeah, and I think he's going straight for Turtle Rock. He's not going to do a Hera play just yet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Carnath, he's still navigating the Ice Dungeon, Ice Palace. He's going for the Ice Palace bomb jump, which is a very precise trick to make. So, got to line yourself up on the edge there on the correct pixel, drop a bomb, and then knock yourself down a couple pixels. There is some give to it, but not much. So it is a very tricky move to learn.
Yeah, it looks like he's just dropping that bomb that's a little too far to the right. That looks good.
Yeah, that I think he has.
Almost.
Oh, yeah.
There, you got it, Carnath. We believe. There we go.
Yeah, excellent. Well done.
Huzzah.
And Gemini, meanwhile, going into Turtle Rock.
Hey, he's gonna have to full clear this. This is not gonna be fun.
Yeah, he's hoping he comes up early. Got a big 20 in the first chest. He's going to head over to the right side to check the two that are up by the rolling spikes, I guess.
That's what I call them. Yeah. Spike rollers, rolling spikes. The place where you just use the cape and dash through it. And also Gemini having exactly 1,337 rupees.
Oh, wow. A bomb upgrade and a Turtle Rock 4th key. Alright, so Turtle Rock is completable now.
That's another French vanilla key.
And Carnath dropping right into Cold Stare. He's got Fire Rod though, so should have a good time with him. Alright, good job getting the corner swipe there. Alright, he's out of magic now, so he's going to have to be very careful. Taking the second one down. Second kill makes the third one super trolly, but he blocks him in the corner. He's got that red mail, not a problem. Well done, Carnath. That Ice Palace bomb jump was getting to him, but he pulled through and finished Ice Palace, grabbing his crystal there.
And that's Carnath's 6th crystal.
Yeah, that is his 6th crystal. He's a little behind though. He's gonna have to. Now he's getting out of there. He's gonna have to reset himself and think of where he needs to go to next.
It's like, is he gonna check the floating island?
Meanwhile, we've got a toasty burrito there in the vanilla big key of Turtle Rock for Gemini, mapped to Dark Palace. Yeah, I think Carnath is just trying to figure out what he's got open to him at this point.
So really, all we need is we just need the big key for Meyer, and we're have go mode for Gemini.
Yep. Yeah, it could be in any of these locations. Yeah, big 300 in Mimic Cave. You know, and that's what's got to be going through Gemini's mind. Every single chest he's coming across he's hoping it's Meyer big key. He doesn't want to have to make this pedestal play, or he doesn't want to have to finish Turtle Rock. Oh, we've small key to Ice Palace. Okay, useless key. Meanwhile, Carnath is going to work his way into the upstairs portion of Agnes Tower. So he's up to tempered now, which is good. And a Tower of Terror map.
Not what he's looking for.
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's Laser Bridge, and then there's
Yep.
Trinex himself.
Yeah, if it's not on Laser Bridge, he's gonna complete Trinex.
Yeah, and then he'll find the pod small keys, I'm guessing, and then
Yeah, there's
could
4 chests
put
on
pedestal.
Laser Bridge. Yeah, would. Yeah, there's 4. He'd have to find the 2 pod keys and the Desert Palace big key. So let's see what's in chest number 1. Bomb upgrade. Chest 2. Big key to Meyer.
All right.
There it is.
At 1 hour 47 minutes and 11 seconds, Gemini has acquired Go Mode.
He is in Go Mode.
Go Mode.
Go Mode.
Go Mode.
Meanwhile, Carnath's picking up his wavy coin from the sick kid. Hopefully, he's gonna make his check. He's gonna make his way over to that bottom corner there and consult with the bat for some cane. Yeah, so the play for Carnath at this point is he's got to dip back into Thieves Town, get that ether, and then he can go into Turtle Rock, get the Meyer big key, and be on his way.
Yeah, and he still doesn't have that Thieves Town small key, at least according to the tracker. So.
Oh, okay. Where was that?
I think that was in the floating island.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And he may not have gone back there yet. Yeah, I think he's going to go ahead and rescue the blacksmith. And then
yeah, he's still got some checks to make that Gemini already made a long time ago at this point. So
yeah, but at least this will lead him to the flute. And they'll have that off. But that'll also open up even more stuff for him to look at. There's Gemini is making his way over to Vitreous and pulling out that bow. Make quick work of him.
With silver arrows, this fight's a joke. Look at just wonderful shots there. Well done. Good execution. And that's going to be all 7 crystals for Gemini. Gemini is on his way to Ganon's Tower. There are 22 chests.
How many is he going to open?
Big fat 0.
Yeah, I really don't even see him opening up the chest after Moldorm 2 or anything, or any of the other chests in the upper part of GT.
Yeah, he's got a date with Aghanim too.
Yeah, can't be late for that.
And Carnath does have the purple chest, so he's on the right track for his flute.
All right, and Carnath has acquired his flute.
And as Gemini has entered Ganon's tower, just want to give another shout out to both these runners. Give them a follow. This seed has been real rough, so go ahead and follow them. They've both been doing a great job, though, with what they've been given.
Yeah, and the silver arrow is making those mimics a lot easier too. So everything's better with silvers.
Except for your frame rate.
That is very true.
Yeah, so Carnath making his first check over to Meyer. Gonna see that he's gonna need Ether there. Let's see what he does next from here.
On Gemini's side, he's making quick work of these the gauntlet. That ice physics in there can really make this more difficult.
Yeah, just wonderful execution from Gemini on that entire gauntlet.
It looks like Carnath is thinking right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that floating island key is big time troll.
Come on, Carnath, go to 1.
That's the one. Come on.
Come on, 1. Everybody send your thoughts to Carnath. 1.
Ooh, all right. He's picked 1. Let's see. He could make a interesting move here.
And to be honest, Gemini might think he's behind right now because he did find that Ether medallion really late.
Yeah, it is possible. Though I imagine he's in Ganon's tower under 2 hours. He's got to feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keysanity seeds do not. You don't end up in Ganon's tower under 2 hours for the majority of them. So
That's true.
he's gonna check chest 216, big 20. Yep, and Carnath heading over to unlock to just pop into. Gonna see that key. I hope he remembers it's there. Yep.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, if he gets that warp, that's gonna be the right move for him. Oh, and a good triple there from Gemini in the last round of Aghanim too. It's gonna head on. He's gonna head on for his encounter with the big pig.
Yeah, silver, tempered sword, red mail.
Yeah,
This fight shouldn't be too bad for him.
Yeah, that shouldn't be bad at all.
And that Spaceball reference there. I haven't seen that one yet.
That's a good one. Now, this race shows just how wild Keysanity seeds can go. No matter what skill level you're at, there's always a way that it can mess with you. Both these runners have been going at it for 6 months, and it just they both have similar levels of execution and knowledge base, and it just shows like random things like where you decide to go and what you check in what order just dictates so much about a race. That is just the difference between Keysanity and open mode.
Yeah, it looks like Carnath is going to take the hit and make his way to Thieves Town. He'll find the Ether Medallion.
Gemini setting up for the double arrow. He gets his 4th hit, taking care of Ganon, no problem, and he's finished in first place with an SRL time of 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 39 seconds. GG.
GG indeed.
We're going to see if we can get Gemini in here for a quick interview. Triforce got him, indeed. Meanwhile, we've got Carnath doing the right play there. He's going for that Thieves Town big chest. He's going to have his ether. He's most likely going to try to head over to Meyer, but we'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah, well, we're going to bring Gemini in. He's not sure if his mic's working, but we're going to give it a try anyway.
I'm going to be very interested to see on Gemini's screen what was in the pedestal, just for fun. Yep, okay, so Carnath going to Meyer. He's going to find the boots there, and hopefully he's going to then... He then should be able to get into Desert to get the Turtle Rock key, and then probably take the hint from there. Oh, Carnath going up to the door, gonna find out, realize he doesn't have a big key. There's just so much to keep track of in Keysanity that this happens to everyone. He's gonna come back around. He has some chests to check though, so he knows. Still got some work to do in Mire.
Oh, and it's just some bombs on the pedestal.
Oh, how disappointing. So many good options for pedestal in this scene, but just the explosions in the sky. Sleep again.
GG, Gemini.
GG, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Is it good, bad?
Just right.
Perfect.
Yeah, big congratulations. A sub 2 hour Keysanity. How are you feeling about it?
I was barely sub 2, but yeah, thank you. It was a good run.
So, what do you think about the either placement?
I knew it was there at the beginning, to be honest, because I have a thing with Keysanity where it always places something I need in that exact location. So I was just stubborn. I should have checked it earlier. But in short, it was no real surprise that it was there.
So, here's a question. What do you think the best part about the seed was?
That's a tough one. I think perhaps the dip into TR. Like, I almost hoped that Mire would lead into something in DP, which would lead into something in TR, and so on. Which it did. I think the TR big key was in Desert Palace, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
And Carnath actually just picked that up.
Yes, the whole sequence was really beautiful.
Yeah, there was something nice in it. We were all looking to see if this was going to lead to a pedestal check there for Mire, big key perhaps, but that dip into Turtle Rock with and then grabbing the 4th key in there, it was very nice progression there.
Yeah, I did a bit of blunder. When I went to do Mothula, for some reason I thought I only had 1 item till go mode, but at that point I had 2, so I just skipped the pedestal check entirely. Which means that when I was in TR, I wasn't sure if I wanted to clear it or not, but it turns out I just didn't need to anyway. Basically, if TR hadn't had the Mire big key, then it could have been a pedestal seed, and I would have had start like going to Hera and stuff. Which it's Keysanity, you know, you expect those things.
Yeah, very true. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at asking questions, so let me think of something here.
Yeah, just any general thoughts there, Gemini?
Yeah.
I think that in terms of Keysanity, I think this was fairly in the middle. I've had way worse. But
Yeah,
it was also not straightforward.
Yeah, it can't complain about finishing in under 2 hours, though. You made a lot of key decisions there that ended up paying off.
Yes, many key decisions. One key decision that I didn't do was checking the tablet on my first visit to Dark World. That turned out to be kind of weird. because I had access to Bombos tablets, and I went that route anyway to check out Hype Cave and do that kind of southern Dark World path. And then it turns out I just forgot about the tablet entirely, and it turns out that was myths, so there you go. But sometimes missing those key items just turns out to be beneficial. Like, I don't remember if I had Mirror at that point. I don't think I did. Actually, I did, because Mirror was really early.
Yeah, Mirror was right in Lost Woods, so that was a very, very early Mirror.
Yeah, and if I had picked up myths at that point, I think my routing would have changed a lot, but I can't say if it would have changed for the better or for the worse. Could be both.
So I just want to point out that Carnath also has exactly 1,337 rupees.
What do you mean, also?
Oh, you had it at one point too.
I see. I stopped paying attention to my rupee count once it went like past 1,000. And the game was... The seed was very generous with safeties, so there's no need to go buy anything anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a blue potion that was given out, and all 3 bottles, red mail. Really no problems there. But Carnath is taking the bait and going into Palace of Darkness.
Oh, you mean he's clearing it?
Well, he went straight in through the front. He had 2 extra keys. He went in straight through the front door and checked the vanilla big key location, which only had a bundle of arrows, a couple of frustration pulls there.
What is he missing at the moment?
He needs the Meyer big key. He has the big key for Turtle Rock. He just hasn't dipped in there yet, but I think he's headed up there now. He's trying to put it off for as long as he could.
I almost did the glorious play of not doing the boat lock places in Dark Palace. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I went in, got the first chest, went out, almost floated away, and then I remember like, oh wait, there's more of the bow unlocks.
Yep, we noticed that. It kind of paused for a second and then went, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, I just found, at least, and this is anecdotal, but there's usually a lot of really great items in that area of pod.
It wouldn't have been too bad because I think I ended up just clearing the whole map at that point anyway. So if I had missed it, it wouldn't have been too long until I'd gone back.
Yeah, there was a good job of routing in as many locations as possible. Given that when we were on the hunt for that Ether Medallion, there was really only 1 or 2 places it could have been when you decided to dip into Thieves' Towns.
I just didn't want to believe. I hate that chest so much.
There's just so many ways that Keysanity messes with your mind in terms of the single chests you leave behind and the ones you don't check.
Yeah, Carnath is opening up TR right now. So, Gemini, what do you... So, we'll go a bit more meta. What do you think about the tournament so far?
That's a really difficult question because I haven't paid that much attention to the races so far. I've watched a few VODs. There's been some upsets that I didn't think would happen. But then again, I've gone into this tournament expecting anything to happen because it's Keysanity, and in Keysanity, all bets are off. And personally, it's my first tournament ever, so I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time.
Oh, nice.
Having a bit more tournament jitters compared to like regular daily / weekly plays, but probably something to just get used to.
Yeah, absolutely. I also, this is also my first tournament, and the tournament jitters can really mess with you. But you did a good job of hanging in there.
Well, I had the worst Cold Stare fight in the world, but besides that, it was passable. Personally, I'm a big fan of upsets in tournaments, which is why I think this tournament can turn out to be a bit interesting. But then again, the upsets might be for the wrong reasons.
And it is the first round, so so the way the math works on the Swiss, you can still miss one and still be in the running for being run for the bracket. So one upset's not going to ruin everything. You may have to do your race off, but
so the thing with Keysanity is that there's just way more permutations, and there's a lot more areas that will screw you over if you don't check it. And if you're the kind of person that plays very aggressively, that will just end up biting you, like, more often than not. So you'll skip one location in one game, and it'll cause a loss, and then you'll check that next game, but skip something else, and then that's going to screw you over in that game. It's just a slippery slope of sadness.
you just can't win, huh?
Yeah, that's why I play a bit more thorough in Keysanity than usual. Like, early in this seed, I actually just checked out the Aghanhay area because I expected. I was kind of hoping for like the Thieves Down small key or the Fire Rod, just something to help me in the Dark World before I go Aga 1. And then that just turned out to be the Hammer.
Yeah, and actually Carnath had made that play really early on, going to Aghanis, so he had the hammer before you did, but you had completed Moldorm and gotten Moon Pearl before he did. So even things like that, and it works in strange ways.
Yeah, I had a feeling that he would have gotten that before me because the book was kind of leading towards Desert. I just felt like there were better hotspots before going there.
Yeah, and just getting that tease of a big key on the Desert Torch and not having boots until the very end is just such a tease.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was kind of thinking, oh, I'm gonna get boots soon.
We spent a bunch of time speculating just what that key could be.
How many wrong guesses did you have?
Quite a few.
Every single wrong guess.
Yeah. We were hoping, like, for your sake, it would have been the Misery Mire Big Key. That wouldn't have been too bad, but...
To be honest, I was expecting either Turtle Rock or the Desert Palace Big Key, just so I could be disappointed and have to go to Pedestal.
Yeah, and more often than not, it's gonna be that. It's not gonna be the one-to-one play. You'll have some places to check.
As soon as I saw that both Turtle Rock and Mire were ether locked, I knew at some point I just had to make a decision. Like, once I get ether, which one do I go to? And that will all depend on what items I have available and what keys I have available. I didn't like the idea of going into Turtle Rock with 2 keys, which is why I kind of stalled a bit and looked around a bit for a few more Turtle Rock keys, which actually worked out, so I'm happy about that. Speaking of that, how many keys did Carnath go in with?
He went in with 3.
Yeah, he made the Mire play first, so he's got 3, and then he picked up the 4th one inside Turtle Rock.
No, there was no small key in Mire, was there?
It was I think it was in King's Tomb.
No, it wasn't the other one. Bonk Rocks.
Or Bonk Rocks, one of the two.
That's right.
I do remember it was in a Boots lock location.
Was there any major routing differences between the two of us?
Yeah, I want to say it was more or less the same in different orders. I know
Yeah.
Carnath put off Hera for quite a bit at the start there, just opting to do more overworld clearing, but that ended up kind of nullifying each other.
Yeah, I'll probably check out the VOD afterwards, see what it's like.
Yeah, Carnath did struggle a little bit in Ice Palace, so that did eat up a lot of time. But outside of that, he ended up making the same checks you did after that. Carnath picking up that big key from Misery Mire now. Nobody's going to check the other two chests as well, just in case.
I don't think he's missing anything else, right? He's in go mode now.
Yeah, he's in go mode. There's just a map and bombs and the other two laser bird chests, so he's going to head his way out and go finish up Mire.
It could be that he just doesn't realize that he's in go mode, because the only thing that could possibly change the outcome of this match is, well, not the outcome, but just his performance as Buttersword.
Yeah, that's true. It's possible he might be looking for that.
I think he may just went to Old Man to fill up. Yeah, he's making the Mire play now.
Yeah, and we never saw where the fourth sword was, so it could have been in anywhere else.
It's probably in GT.
It typically is, yeah.
Probably along with our last shield as well. I also never found the mushroom.
It's probably on the pedestal.
The pedestal was bombs.
Oh, so he did make the check.
Oh no, we just saw that from your credits.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention.
Oh, and the other thing that separated the two of you, I believe, Carnath did a swamp dip just to grab Bo, and then he went over to Pod. You made the dip into Pod, grabbed the key, and then went over to Swamp and cleared it out in one shot.
That's kind of interesting, because that could have gone either way, depending on how the seed was laid out. Like, if the Swamp key was on Helmasaur, for example, that would have worked out so well for him.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a tough call because I believe at the time you only had two. You had the big key to Pod and two small keys for it, which typically isn't a sign that anything is going to be valuable in there. But in this case, it just happened to pay off.
That's exactly one of those things that makes Keysanity just anyone's game. I've had at least 2 seeds where the Swamp small key is in the first chest in Swamp.
Yeah, that first chest in Swamp has just become so notorious for being either your best friend or your worst enemy.
I know it was like, so in V27 that had a pretty good chance of, well, relatively, of being a Swamp small key. But then they fixed that in 28. So it was like 10% chance of being the key, and then like 90% chance of just being junk without being a progression item. Now I've talked to runners that have purposefully routed that check in there in 27, but don't really do it anymore in 28 for that reason.
Yeah, it's time consuming, and in a good chunk of time, that first chest in Swamp isn't gonna gonna do much for you, but it's that, you know, 1 in however many times that you do Keysanity.
All right, Carnath kills Vitreous.
And as Carnath is heading up Death Mountain, just want to give another big shout out to our tracker, Recitador. Give him a follow, give him your thanks. He did a great job tracking this race.
I was actually wondering if I was a bit too quick with my medallion checks.
I think the only one, Misery Mire was a little tough to check, but I believe he did end up knocking down that it was Ether, so. Yeah, and as he's entering in the Ganon's Tower to head up to the top and fight off Aghanim 2, today is the last day of the first match of the first round of the Keysanity tournament, so got a couple more games going on today. Right now we have a 4-way over on Speed Gaming 3 with Dr. Bobtastic and Shah, and Ben, aka Ajnib174 and Sigma Sin. And later today, 5 o'clock on Speed Gaming 3, we've got Problems IRL versus Brewers Fan JP. So check that out. And at 6 o'clock, we got Giselle Shaft versus Icon. So should be a good day for races if if you got nothing else going on today. And really, why would you?
Yeah, there's nothing else going on. It's only a Link to the Past randomizer.
This is the big game on Sunday.
I mean, I heard there was something going on in Minnesota, but
Nope, just Keysanity.
Yep, just Keysanity. That's the only thing we care about. Carnath's putting that fire rod to work inside the gauntlet. It's a nice ranged weapon. Just make sure you don't run out of magic.
He also went out of his way to pick up a few more rupees.
Yeah, he may think about making a potion shop check once he gets through here.
Yeah, he does have over 1,000 rupees right now, though, so. Almost getting the one cycle. And there we go.
Yeah, good job.
Well, I'm gonna do a bounce. So thanks for having me. It was a good race.
Yes, GG.
Excellent race, Gemini. Congratulations, and I'm looking forward to your next match.
Yep. See you.
And then Carnath, as he's been navigating the gauntlet and the upper floors of Ganix Tower, been doing a pretty good job here. So his execution up here is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it can be pretty tricky to, especially those rooms just where that ice physics are at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's so much of Link to the Past that's worth practicing and trying to better yourself with. So many tricks and techniques and ways to navigate dungeons that all very valuable information. I know Carnath is most likely going to be working on that Ice Palace bomb jump. That did cost him some time, so that's an easy trick to sort of learn once you get down. That'll definitely help him out in his future runs.
Yeah, spend some time at the practice hack. There's a nice save spot for it in that practice hack. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and so many different ways of executing it.
I think I spent like an hour at AGDQ learning it. Last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think for me it was like 2 a.m. and I had just done a daily race and I was very upset about my Ice Palace bomb jump, so I was just practicing for, hours.
Do you line it up on the hat or use the shadow?
I use the shadow. I've been doing the come into the room with your sword charged and sort of use the momentum off of kind of almost slipping into the hole to line yourself up.
Yeah. So we have Carnath. He's now going to go ahead and fight Ganon. He also has a tempered sword in silver, so this shouldn't be too bad.
Got 7 hearts and red mail and about 3/4 magic, so we'll see what strats he opts to go with here. I don't know what he stands for as far as bottles and potions, but doing a pretty good job in his first phase so far.
I think he still has his blue potion. I don't recall him ever using it.
And this fire bat's just wasting him down to 3 hearts. He's got the blue potion, so we'll see what he chooses to use. He could use his cape now. Yep, he's going to use his cape now, waste the magic, and then use the potion so that he's ready for that last phase, for the last 2 phases. Yeah, so with Tempered, it takes 12 hits on Ganon for the first 2 phases. With Gold Sword, it's 6 slashes.
All right, now he's gonna use that blue potion.
Yeah, so now it's just gonna be a matter of hitting him. Yep, and ducking these fire. You know, for the longest time, I always thought there was some sort of if you swung your sword too soon, he would warp, and then I learned it was just RNG.
Yeah, I was disappointed about that too. He's gets the torch glitch.
Torch glitch lined up for 2 shots here. Gets him. He's gonna be all set here. Good job, Carnath.
Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have his finish time here in just a second for you.
Yep, finished with a SRL time of 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 56 seconds. Good job. We'll try to get him in here for a quick interview while we still have the floor. Man, while he gets set up into the room, just give another shout out to Gemini and Carnath for an excellent race. Follow the runners. My co-commentator Synac, give him a follow. We've got our tracker Recitador, give him a follow. And if you're interested at all, if this has inspired you to check out Keysanity or Link to the Past, join the Discord. It is a fantastic place. It's a wonderful community. They're very open and helpful and welcoming to new players. So get in there, pop in a seed, try it out, see how it feels. It's going to suck the first time, but keep at it because it is a fantastic game.
Yeah, that's discord.gg/ALTTP randomizer. They got a pretty link now. It's kind of cool.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
GG Carnath.
Oh man, what can I say about that?
That was a rough seed, but I gotta give you props for sticking in there and hanging through it.
Yeah, it's there was just so many bad decisions. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, there was an especially trolley open, trolley middle, trolley end, really, just all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's. Oh, I tried so hard to avoid Turtle Rock because I knew it was a pendant at that point, and I'm like, crap, all I need is the flute, and then of course I need the cane. Crap. Oh, here we go looking.
Yeah, coming out of Ice Palace, you had all the right decisions. You took the powder over to the bat. You know, you got that no problem to get your cane. You followed the purple chest to the flute, so you were into Mire. Just you had the right train there.
Yeah, well, that was the worst. I went into Mire. I thought for sure I had the big key, and I hit the door, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's keeping track of those keys that just always makes Keysanity so much challenging.
Yep.
So Carnath, what do you think the best part about the seed was?
It had a pretty decent logic to start with, of which, of course, I didn't really follow that well. I can't believe I put off Castle Escape for so long, and I mean, I say it's just a bunch of bad decisions all around on my part.
Yeah, we were telling Gemini when he was in here earlier for the interview that you actually had Hammer before he did, but the Hera check was probably the last thing you did before after you made all those other checks.
Yeah, it's yeah. I thought I had a lead for a while, especially when I found the bow by going into Swamp early and checking that one chest, and then, well, yeah, when I screwed up, I couldn't friggin' remember how to do a bomb jump in Ice Palace to save my life, and I'm like, God, that's like 20 minutes I've wasted. There's no way I'm in the lead anymore.
Yeah, that Ice Palace bomb jump is so crucial. You did end up getting it though, so that I'm glad you stuck with it.
Yeah, as soon as I actually remembered the strategy to do it, it was so much easier because I was trying to practice earlier the one for Palace of Darkness because I've seen people do it, but I have no idea how to line it up, and I think that kind of threw me off with the Ice Palace one.
Yeah, I spent yesterday morning learning Hammer Yump. Blunt Bunny has a pretty good tutorial on it on YouTube.
I'll have to be checking that one out. And that was, I should have been practicing. I've been playing a couple other games for streaming lately, so of course I was a little rusty on my Zelda runs.
All right, we'll get a bit more meta like I did with Gemini. What do you think about the tournament in general?
I was really looking forward to it. I mean, having the keys kind of spread out really makes it more interesting. Having to check a lot more locations than I normally would, especially in the dungeons, of course, because there's so many keys that can be tucked away in those little chests that you can normally ignore.
Like the Thieves' Town big chest.
Oh God, when I went up to Death Mountain to double check Turtle Rock and found I didn't have ether, and I saw that key up there, I'm like, I forgot to grab that earlier. If that's something crucial and that turned out to be the Thieves' Town key, bang head on desk, literally.
Yeah, we were watching you on the map, just deciding where to go, and eventually seeing you land on Death Mountain was a relief. We were like, yes, it's absolutely the right move. You made the right calls there.
Yeah, we were trying to get chat to telepathically tell you the number one.
But yeah, do you have any other thoughts about the race?
I wish I had a little better execution, that's for sure.
Don't we all?
We want to wrap this up.
Yeah, we've got a Speed Gaming 2. We got to clear the channel out before the next race they got on here. If you're interested in Mega Man X any percent, there is a race coming up at 3 o'clock, so in about 15 minutes here, between Darrenville and Colonel Fatso. So tune into that if you're interested. Otherwise, do you have anything else to say, Carnath?
All right, thanks guys for restreaming. I'll have to check it out later.
Absolutely, always a good thing. Another big shout out to Recedador for tracking. Thank you, Sinek, for commentary.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Just give everyone involved a follow. And some big love here. It was a great race. So GG to both our runners, and until next time, we will see you later.
Have a good night or a good day.
Thanks, guys.